What's up everyone? Welcome back to Saints Fab and welcome back to Project Maris, where this Porsche Boxster engine and running gear is going inside this Bedford Rascal key van. Now, if you are regular viewers of this channel, then this is the one that you've been waiting for. And if you're new to the channel, then you've joined us at a really critical time, because this is the one where we look at joining these together. All of the bottom of this car is cut out and ready to go. All of the top of this car is cut off and ready to go. So we need to get this off the ramp, into the air and down onto this chassis. This is going to be big. Now, while I do actually have a plan for this, it's probably not the best plan in the world. In fact, a lot of people have said to me that this is actually a really bad idea. But until I get involved in it, I'm not going to know. So we're going to give it a go. And at least I've got it on record for the insurance company if it all goes wrong. This is definitely not a stolen road sign again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to strap it into the roof here, right? And then use the ends of this to loop on a strap over the top and then lift the shell off the ramp so that I can take the Porsche out onto the ramp and then put the Porsche back in, hopefully lower this down. Even saying it sounds stupid. Even saying it sounds stupid. This is so dumb. I'm such a dickhead. Oh, fuck off! Right? All right, I think these keep unhooking, but I'll hold it for now. Send it up. Yep, it's still going. Still going, keep going. Oh, now it's getting tight on the ceiling. The straps are tight. Let's see if the ceiling holds the weight. Shit! Okay. It has got the weight. A little bit more? Yeah, a little bit more. Oh!
I mean, that went as well as expected.
I think so.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's no.
There it is.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Not very controllable.
Good. Drop it. Yes. That is funny. How do I need to level this. How do I level it? I've been donated a gift. I think this might save the issue. Let's have a go. Will do. Now that's funny. That's really funny. I'm genuinely surprised at how well that went. Actually, I was expecting to have more problems. The whole idea was very, oh, let's do this, without thinking through the logistics of it. And so I'm really pleased with how it's come out. Now it's not sitting quite perfectly and I have to, you know, line it up and down. But I think that's enough. I think it's going to work. So the next thing I've got to do is get the Porsche out, lower the ramp, put the Porsche on the ramp, and then I can start bringing them together. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Right, it's going off at this side.
You lift it a bit there. I'll do.
Ah, brilliant. About there. Oh no, a bit further forward, hold on. About there. Oh, that's amazing. Check this out. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I could officially make race car noises now. Right, that's enough dicking around. There's stuff to be done. Amazing. Check it out. Right, this is essentially lined up on the chassis. So firstly, we can see what kind of wheel stick out we're gonna get. And that's not as big as I thought it was gonna be. That's not too bad. That's easily coverable with arches. That's cool. Now, arches, yeah, this is a problem because the way that I'm looking at lowering it and the height that I want it to go to, the arches are going to come higher than these ones in the door here. So this is going to have to sit about here to be able to fit. But that's a problem for future Paul, and fuck him. Let's keep going. This is cool. Look at the bracing at the bottom of the cabin ties in nicely with the B pillar. That's lined up really nicely. So that gives me a proper place for strength. I'm really happy about that. And I think with some further bracing above that and underneath the door rail, that's going to be plenty tough. Loads of room in the boot for the engine, absolutely loads. The top struts are fitting in just fine. Let's go around the back and have a quick look at those. Yeah, top struts, no problems at all. And the springs are absolutely fine. So there's no question about the location of those. The boot, there's a little bit of loss to be done, but that's less than I thought. So I'm glad I didn't just lop the end off of that, because I would have taken off more than what it looks like I should have. I reckon this is a goer. I can't tell you how happy I am at this point. This is just truly epic, absolutely epic. So pleased with it. Right, I've got to carry on. I can't just stare at it and laugh all day. That is a waste of everybody's time. What I need to do is get the Porsche off its wheels and square on the ramp. Now, what I think is that because I have to do the arches and I have to do the chassis swap, I can split that into two halves. So if I do it with the wheels off, get the wheel arches in the right place, and then put the wheels back on and cut the arches to suit. So we'll go for the chassis first. So let's get the Porsche, on the ramp, off the wheels, on the stand, in line with the body, and then we'll bring it down and start having a look at where we're going to cut it. So good. Crap. look at the state of my hair. Right. This is very cool. It's now on the stand. So let me quickly show you. The straps have gone under the ramp and I've hooked them over rather than just hooked them on the end so they don't dent the floor when it's down. And I've connected those to the anti-roll bar links, and I've done the same on the back here, connected to the anti-roll bar links too. So that is all nice and safe. And that lines up really nicely. This mark that I've put in is the center of the wheel arch, as opposed to, well, measured by the bottom edge of that arch. And I've lined that up with the center of the hub. Now that gives us lots of reference points on where things have to go. Now I think the idea will be this top level here, where the seat was, that's going to go to this level here. So I need to take all of this out, and then because of the footwell here, I need to also take all of the front out here as well. So it's going to go cut round here, up there, and then along there, and that's going to replicate that shape. Now if we go to the back, I knew that this was going to be an issue. The whole side skirt has to go because the van is thinner than the Porsche, but I've got all of the bracing in place from keeping in the sliding doors. The fronts here, that's a little bonus. The little support beam that goes all the way around the cab lines up really nicely with the B pillar. So that's going to tie in really well and give a really great strength point. The rear arch is lined up with the rear wheel. This bit isn't really an issue. If I come around and show you, the entire shock absorber fits inside the bodywork, and that includes the spring and everything, so I don't have to worry about that. Now the rear is surprisingly tight actually. I thought this would have to have a lot more cut off it, but there's not actually a lot of overhang. What I do have though is this bit where the rear lights used to sit, and then the actual boot floor down here. Now I might get lucky, and if I cut off the surround where the lights used to be and the rear trim, and these holes were where the active aero came through, if I cut all that off, it's possible that the boot floor might line up with the original floor of the chassis, and it would be very cool if it tied in with the bottom of the door, but that's not the priority. The priority will be to get the cab as low as possible. What I'd ideally like is for this sill to be joining up to this sill to keep the ride height as low as possible. I think it's time we start cutting this down and seeing where we are. Ah! Right in the face. That's funny, that's already a lot closer. I mean, miles out, but a lot closer. Anyway, the front is going to be the next step. Now, we're sat on this front bar here, just in front of where the battery used to be, and that needs to come out. But then all of this top section needs to come out as well, as the body is going to start to come down at that point. So I think the next thing to do is going to be to take out the top of the front and then start looking at the front of it. Ah, yeah. Okay, this is interesting. This is already a lot closer. Have a look at that. That's nicely tucked in there. Now, I know these bits are going to have to be cut off because what I want them to do is tie in right down here on these lower brackets. Now, it's a little bit awkward at the moment because the cab is slightly to the back, and that's because the rear wheel arches of the cab is sitting on top of the body and pulling it backwards by about 2 inches. I've got to take this off, and I've got to be conservative and not take off too much. But then in fairness, most of this is going anyway because I want to retain the footwell from the cab. So I can pretty much come down here and take that entire front end off, hopefully to keep this bit. That's tough. That is tough. Let's put a new blade on, a straight blade. Oh! So much for a straight blade. This is actually really tricky because this is the front crash structure of the Porsche. So it's like so many skins in there to try and keep it all tight in an accident. Loads of reinforcement like this inside it. And also the blade isn't quite long enough to go through both skins. So it is making it a little tricky. But we're carrying on, obviously. Oh, it was supposed to drop. Ugh. It wasn't as cool as it was supposed to be. Well, that is interesting. Check out the structure at the front. These two bars here are the entire chassis because look, the front wheel is bolting to that section there. And that's the bit that I need to retain when I bolt it to the chassis rails of the Bedford. So I think the next thing I need to do is take out this piece of beam in here, this bit here, and taking it down towards the front so that they can start tying in. Definitely worth it. Check that out. That's getting really close now. It's still hanging up on the top of where the petrol tank goes, so there's more to be cut out yet, but yeah, much better. I think the next thing is this piece around the steering wheel with this this whole brace down here. That was the back of the dash, because it's catching here on there, and I think what I'll do is I'll take this corner off as well down to the bottom of that bracing, just so I can slot it around there. Let's do that. Right, check these out. These extra panels are bonded in, and to make it worse, the panel that they're fixed to is also bonded in. I can't deal with that now. I'm going to leave that for another time and just cut the worst off. That's some dangerously sharp edges. Health and safety, Paulos. Well, that cut has made a massive difference. This whole front end being able to come right down really helps. And being able to tuck in these corners down here also really helps settle it down. And it's come down to a nice even ride height. It's still not far enough. And the more I look at it, the closer no more free advertising for you, Homebase. Anyway, look, the front is now lower than the back. So I think I'm gonna have to go for these arches next, because every time I put the front down, it pulls the front out of alignment, and I need it further forward. So let's cut those arches out. We need to find the center of this van so we can cut down the wheel arches to the right size. Ignore these pen marks, because it's the second time I filmed it and I got it wrong. So the van is 123 centimeters wide. Now, instead of going from this bodywork tab that I thought was the center, I'm actually going to go from a screw hole. There's nothing on that side, but there's a screw right here, and I'm going to use that as my center line. Half of the 23 is 61. So I'm gonna give myself a 60 window and cut it, line up the 60, cut this side here, and then line up the 60 and cut here. Wow. Aren't we accurate on this channel? There's not going to be much Porsche left. Oh, yes! Now we're getting a lot closer. Look, that's actually front heavy. Now I've got this tightened up around the back of the wheel arches. That's a lot tidier. Still a long way to go because I still want this sill to sit down here. And I think the next point that's stopping it is not here, but here, under the wheel arch for the actual cab itself. I've still got, let me come around here and show you, I've still got part of the bracing in that I wanted to use to tie into down the front here on these strengthening beams. But it's so far back. Look how far back it is. I'm gonna have to cut the floor out, aren't I? I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to lose the floor. Does not like. Oh shit. Oh, well, check it out. That's why it was so hard to cut. This brace goes all the way across the front of the car, and there's me trying to cut halfway through it. I'm gonna have to fix that and keep the brace and cut further back. Bollocks. Well, where's the fall? Where's the fall? Oi, Maris! There it is, flipping toe hook, you bastard. So where's the dramatic fall, Maris? Well, that'll do. Okay, so that was definitely the right call. This has given me the room that I need to be able to do this properly. Interestingly, look at this. When I showed you the accelerator cable going through the chassis, you can see it in there. The sleeve of the cable is still in there. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, massive progress. I think the next thing we need to do to take these bottom arches out here, this bit needs to stay because that's part of the chassis that I'm going to hopefully weld these bits onto. So let's get these out and then we can start edging the front down a bit more. How long do you think that's been there? I've got full access now and we're down to the level of the front main structure. The next point is to start trimming down the actual structure of the car, taking out these side rails and taking it out down here. We're that close. I think now's the time where I should really start to get the tape measure out, right? No. I'm only joking. We're not going to take the piss the entire build. We are actually going to do some measurements. I have been doing along the way. I just haven't been showing it because it looks funnier on video. This is one of the important ones though. This is the B pillar structure and this is the strongest part of the entire car. All of the structure of the front end of the Rascal is here because that's where the engine is mounted, right in the center of this. And then all of the front end backs onto these chassis rails that are built into the what's it called? Front bulkhead. That's it. And that's majorly structural to the Porsche as well because that's where the front rollover goes above the steering wheel. So tying these two in is really important. And it's great that they line up because, you know, that makes things a lot easier structurally wise. And it's almost as if I thought of it before I started this project. But anyway, we'll pretend I didn't and carry on with the stupidity. Now, this measurement across here is 120 centimeters. So for me to get a decent center line on that, I'm going to take it from the center of the gearbox line, take 60 over that side and cut off around there and around, go on tape measure, around there. So hopefully these bits will be square and the rest of it will square up as we go along. Now you can see that this is split into two levels. It's like two brace bars going across, and I'm going to go for the first one, the top one first. I'm going to get the top over it and slide it down, make sure it's all square, and then I think we have to look at the back end round the side of the engine before we can go for the second one, because otherwise it will be out of alignment anyway. But let's get these ones down, get it tight, and then we'll look at the back. Here we go. Careful, don't cut me in half, Maris. This thing's so big. Come on. Well, I'm telling you now, that was absolutely brutal. Look how thick that is. That's like 4 layers of 2mm, proper full-on structure there. Oh, that took ages, and I got all the tools out to do it. I tell you, if it weren't for the YouTube fairies doing the other side for me, I'd be still going at it now. Anyway, let's get the body on and see how close we are. Oh shit, look at that. Oh, check this out. Oof. Look at this. That's funny. That's come right down. It's not bad, actually. Not bad. I can work with that kind of tolerances. I think that the body might have bowed a little bit as it came down, but I haven't checked it. Oh man. Oh man, look at this. Now the next step is to get the back to match the front. I've taken the top of the original sill here as a datum for this so far. So I'm going to come across here and then take out this section, bringing it down from the side of the engine, take all this out and bring it down to the sill level before we deal with the next big problem. So let's get that bit out first and the other side, and then we'll have a look at the big one. This part here, that is a major structural part of the back of the car where this beam joins on, and then there's a link for this suspension arm behind here, and that's all part of it as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side to the same level and then see if the rest of it can be cut out the shell. Yeah, coming together now. This is looking decent. This is working out okay. I think the next thing I need to do is start to cut out the inside of Maris there so I can clear that. The other side is the same. If I go around the other side, yeah, you can see that it's sat on the bits of the inside of Maris where I haven't trimmed it, like the wheel arches and stuff. So let's cut those out next and see where we are. Decent. Bit of rust, but that's a problem for another day. Let's get the shell lowered and see where we are. There has been an unfortunate accident. Oh dear. Oh no. Look at the state of it. No. There we go. Duct tape and a plaster. Sorted. Right. We got a little bit more room down here. This is going really well, actually. I need to cut this edge back because the sliding rail is about here, so I can cut all that off and give myself a little bit more room, but it still looks like I'm going to have to cut that panel off, which is a bit concerning for structure, but that's not the bit right now. The bit right now is the boot floor, because that's where it's resting next. Let's go. Now this is cool. This is the first time I've actually been underneath the Porsche. Let's have a quick look. Steering, this is the big one. I didn't know that came off at an angle. Okay, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. Massive UJ on there, but at least it disconnects. That's good stuff. They mount on with bolts from underneath, so making a bracket to rotate that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Either I'll make a bracket or I'll weld it straight to the subframe. Fuel tank area is good. Hoping to use the original fuel tank. There's a bit more pipework that can come out. Big old bush there, loads of crap here that I'm going to have to deal with. Not looking forward to that. Round the back is where it's all interesting. There's this massive under tray section here, and that is part of the bracing that I do definitely want to keep. So I've got to keep that, but that ties in underneath here on the bottom of the boot. So I need to use that as my cut line, and then hopefully the Bedford will fit inside. But this bracket here on top, on the end of the gearbox and holding the exhaust and all of that, that can all go, and we'll go from there. Never moved my wrist so much. So with the under tray and that stripped out, we can see a bit better. There's the bracket that I want to retain because it's linking into all of that panel work down there. And then if you can see just between here, that is the back of the rail on the van that I want to keep because it's part of the boot structure. So in theory, I should cut it about here, but this is going to sit like up here. That's going to be no good at all. So as long as I cut it between that rail and this bolt, somewhere around here, then I've got the clearance to be able to drop it down, but retain that bolt. Let's get it cut. Well. Nice. Nice. Let's lower it, see where we are.
There now follows a short intermission.
Do you like sports bikes? Oh yeah. But do you clean it though? No, not so much. But do you like colouring in? Yeah, I fucking love it. Then I'll have the thing for you. This is Saints Fab Icons, the colouring book. Oh yeah. This is absolutely amazing. I have made this myself. It is lots of pictures of really cool bikes over the last 20 years for you to colour in or to give to someone else to colour in. Your bike might even be in there. Oh, I fucking love that, yeah. This is cool. This is also helping paying for this build. So you can get this on Amazon or you can get it on the Saints Fab website. Now, more importantly, while I'm here, got to give away a Hot Wheels, haven't I? And if we're swapping a key van, then it's going to be key swap, isn't it? They've redone this in a new colorway and it's cool. I've already got one in the roof and I picked up a second one for you guys. So if you want to win this, leave a comment down below, any comment you like, and you will be entered into the random draw to get this. And the last video gave away us Hot Wheels as well, and the winner of that one is in the comment section of that video. So go check it out, see if you've won. In the meantime, get commenting for this, get buying on this. I'll tell you what, whoever wins this month, I'll put them in both. Wicked. Oh yeah. Let's check this out. This has gone really well. The cut under here, I'll go this way because I tried to see it from the top and you couldn't see it, but the beam to the cut is actually pretty close. Nothing I can't sort at a later date, so I'll leave it as that. The exhaust stick out, that's terrible. That can't be at all. I mean, look at that, that's hilarious. If it was just the pipes, I might have run it, but as it's the silencers as well, that's all got to go. So that's going to be a custom system, but I want to keep this twin exit because it's cool. The drop down is going really well. The shock is fully behind there now, and we got no problems with it going inside the body. There's still more to come down. Have a look at this. This is where we are now. We are sat on this bottom row. From where I cut that in half last time, clearly the other half has to go as well, which does mean that I have to cut all of this. Once it's off the ramp and off the stands and the engine is out, there's going to have to be a lot of bracing around the back to be able to secure this back. The front arches are going to be a problem because if I drop it that much, then I'm going to lose a lot of clearance here and things are going to have to change. But that, again, is a problem for another time. The front, absolutely fine. We've got a little bit of drop here and we might line up, might get lucky. There is a bit of a lean on this van. I don't know if you can tell, it's a bit front heavy. So that might line up still on that box section to this section here, but we'll find out when we get these bits out. That's the next step. Now I've done a bunch of stuff off camera in this area because I'm still not sure how I'm going to do it and where I can make these cuts. I know that I have to go this deep, but I really quite like to save this structure. So as a first attempt, what I've done is I've trimmed all this down as much as I can and flattened back to this point just to see if I can get the body over it, maybe take out some of the inside of the body, and if not, I'll have to cut out this section. But I don't really want to because this piece here goes down to this bolt and that's kind of helpful. So I want to see if I can get around it first before I go at it. Let's drop the body and see if it's worked. I don't think it has. But hang on, I can't rule it out yet. It's catching here on the wheel arches. Let's see. What's stopping you now? That's off. That's off. Where are you catching? The inside of the wheel arch is sitting on the shock. I'm losing these wheel arches anyway, so let's cut that out. There we go. It's not pretty, but it is done, and that's what matters. I'm telling you, the more I chip away at this thing, the more this place becomes a bomb site. There is chunks of metal absolutely everywhere, and I need to sort it out, but I need to get this body down. The next thing looks like the exhaust. That is free except for this, but luckily there's a couple of bolts here. So hopefully we can take the pipes out and then this will drop into its final position. Hopefully. Off you get. Come on. God, that's heavy. Oh. Okay. Well, man, look, check that out. Now we're getting somewhere. That's really cool. And check this out too. The gearbox. Look at that. Look at it. The last bit of the puzzle is these sills. I don't want it to have a side skirt on it like that big. I think it will look out of place because I want to keep it nice and low. So I need to get these sills out. I'm looking at the structure behind it. This comes down and then there's that box there that was full of water. And that comes to, if I can see through it here. So what I think I need to cut this bit off and use this sill against the bottom, but then keep this one because underneath there's a gap here. And that goes from there all the way back and you can literally just like, there's nothing here. So I need to keep this structure to keep this suspension point. So if I keep that bit and cut that bit off, but this bit sticks out too far, so I'm going to have to take off the body like this. Here we go. Okay, no mucking around, no time lapses. We're going to do this real time. I haven't done this. I honestly haven't done this. Let's see if it fits. Straighten her up. Let's go. Oh, no, back you come, back you come. Nice, okay. Now, it needs a little help here. I've done this a few times. Just need to help it round the suspension struts. It's too big. Hold on. And then we need to square it up, back a bit. Right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's close. Oh, that is close. Hold on. It's caught on the other side. Oh, you joke, is it? Go on. Go on. It's on. It's on. Oh, look at this. It's on. Check it out. Check it out. We got a reasonable lineup over on the front here. I think that's something that I can make work. I'm very sure of that. Maybe even if it lifts up a little bit, it's fine. Wheel arch, massive problem, but not my problem. That's Future Paul's problem, and fuck him. The sills, that's great. That cutout was just the right size. That's still got to go back some. This beam here where the sliding rail is, I thought it was to this cut line, but it's lower. It's to this cut line, so I need to take a little bit off there, but another time. When I do that, that's going to pull in this side, and also down here, hopefully pull in a bit of that sill as well. Brilliant. Well, we got, ow, my head. Clearance. Yep, needed to do that for the shock. That was a bit of a shame, but that's all going to be cut and arched anyway. Look how high it is in the body. That's like, the shock is like here. That's absolutely mental. Rear clearance, perfect. That has lined up an absolute treat. And then come around here and look at this. The boot, way out. I was a little optimistic and a little bit naive to think that that was going to fit, but it clearly didn't. But check that out. Check out the gearbox clearance. That's so cool. I wasn't sure that was going to fit, and that definitely has. That's really cool. You can see the height here. Oh, look at the height of the front struts. That is a massive problem. What we got around here. Shocks again, wheel arch rusty. Same deal here. The cutout, that went reasonably smoothly. Again, it needs to be pulled back that little extra step from here to here, so I can pull in that corner and that gap down there. You can see it, never mind. This wing stayed intact, that's good, but look how low it is. How am I going to get 17s under there? Crazy. And all of this, another concern, that portion of the seat here, this is what I thought I was going to be sat on, but that's much higher. I'll come around the other side and show you. Look how much higher that is than the top of the wheel arch. If I come down here, look, you can just about see, there's the top of the wheel arch, and then that is poking up over the top, which is going to raise the seat height in the cab quite a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to fit. Well, we're going to have to find that out, aren't we? Let's do that now. Oh my God, it's small. How am I going to get... Oh, fuck. Sorry, arses. Ah. Oh, that's small. That's really small. Yeah, the seat's got to come down. By the time I've got some thickness in the seat, I mean, my hair is just grazing the ceiling now. And the seat is going to be about this much thickness on top of this as well. Nah, I've got to lower it. And that's a shame, because that means changing the factory tank as well. But again, this is future problems. This is what we're here to enjoy. How cool is this? Oh, I'm so excited. Right, Oh shit. This is the point that I wanted to get to today, and I am, not today, this has taken me weeks. This is the point that I wanted to get to in this video, and I'm so pleased with it. So pleased. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, let's do all the normal things. Press the buttons. You have to press the like button for this one. I'll give you a minute. Ready? Go, press it now. Nice. And then press the subscribe button. Do that. I mean, a lot of my regulars already have, but if you can press that subscribe button, do that now. Sweet. Oh shit. Right, brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'd love to see this video go mental because it's been such a monumental step in the build. So all the shares and likes and publicity that you can give it and help me, that would be absolutely mega. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to get into the next one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cheers. What's up everyone? Welcome back to Project Maris and welcome to a very special episode. No, start again. Start again. And welcome back to, no. For the first time, that's fucking, come on, you fucking idiot. Right, I've got to try this again because it didn't happen last time. Ready? Yes! Right, that's enough dicking around. There's stuff to be done. Ah, tits.
Science.
Yeah, that's stupid. We'll save that for another day.
Oh yeah!